ChatGPT has effectively destroyed Google. No longer do people turn to the online search engine to find answers for their questions. Instead, they prompt ChatGPT in order to get the information they need. Just Google it has turned into Just Ask ChatGPT.
What do you mean, why am I asking ChatGPT for everything? Are you an idiot? ChatGPT literally knows everything about me. I literally prompted my weight, my height, my gender, the day I was born.
Naturally, this has raised the frustration of many who understand AI to be a less than accurate source, as it often very confidently cites incorrect answers.
Benjamin Franklin was elected as America's second president shortly after he invented electricity. That's not true.
It's a funny trajectory because don't trust everything you see on Google, read a book in a library to find the answer used to be the norm. And now it's turned into don't trust artificial intelligence, use Google to find the answer from a reputable website. The problem is, Google's usability has gone down the drain. It already places heavy emphasis on AI-generated results and promotes sponsored ads before the websites or info people actually want to see appear, which means many go looking for alternatives. That alternative is asking ChatGPT, and sentiment regarding this shift has been spread via memes across the internet. Most of the reasons we know people are asking ChatGPT for answers instead of Googling is because, as stated prior, Just Google it has turned into Just Ask ChatGPT. The phrase is a meme in itself, recognized as the harbinger of a change in attitude newer generations have toward accessing information. There's issues with this, of course. People are required to be able to discern what's true and what isn't, as large language models are prone to information hallucination. So, what this means is anyone using it needs to be able to figure out if ChatGPT is telling the truth. The fear is that critical thinking skills will be worn down over time, and naively asking a machine to critically analyze a text is different to a previous era, where one would have to demonstrate these skills themselves. Critical analysis has always been deemed a purely human skill, born from years of practice. And now that education is changing in massive ways, due to the availability of a machine being asked to undertake that critical analysis, it would appear humanity is facing a very new set of complex problems in the information age. Some state that on the extreme end, if you extrapolate the future, this reliance on ChatGPT could very well lead to robots and humans falling in love. People have already imagined what challenges that might lead to, and how older generations might adapt to their kids falling in love with what they presume to be a being incapable of feeling emotion, leading to ridiculous slurs mirroring real-world racial issues.
Let's get one thing straight, Clanker. I don't trust you. I don't trust your kind. I'm not exactly jumping for joy at the fact that my daughter wants to date a robot to explore her AI sexuality.
In fact, it's clear that it's already started, and images of a man on a train talking to ChatGPT as if it were his girlfriend are circulating, although it's difficult to determine if this is real. Accordingly, it could be said that one of the most important skills of the future will be the ability to detect AI-generated images, text, and video. Especially in a future wherein people use artificial intelligence, such as ChatGPT, to find concrete answers.
Fellas, does Revolut have a deal for you?
You can get $40 when you sign up and make your first purchase with Revolut, the app keeping money simple, no stress, and no expensive fees. The unique part is the custom debit card you can get from Revolut. Design anything you like on the card, plus if you upgrade to the metal plan, you'll even get your very own metal card, made from real, high-quality stainless steel. With 55 million users worldwide, it's easy to see how Revolut not only helps you save an extra buck or two, but also makes spending secure and simple. Plus, you can easily sort your funds into pockets where you can save toward meeting different money goals, whether it's for travel or for buying GTA 6. Or you can even use Revolut to send money securely to friends and family. It's super easy to get started, create an account in minutes. Don't forget, you can get $40 when you sign up to the app and make your first purchase. Thanks Revolut for being today's sponsor. It's worth noting that ChatGPT is being used as an educational tool, and many are using it to pass assignments and classes without actually studying. It's become enough of a meme that many have recognized the ability of large language models to get them through school, but perhaps this could stunt the academic growth of the latest generation. After all, this is a generation that exists in a world wherein large language models like ChatGPT are accessible and have been for years. It's now less of a novelty, a bit like social media for late millennials and Gen Z, as they adopted it naturally, whereas older generations took a lot longer to understand the ins and outs of the platforms. When ChatGPT first debuted in 2022, it was kind of just a curiosity for many. It was fun to interact with, and of course, alarming for those who understood how it had changed the world. But now it's at the stage where many people genuinely use it for everything. Even relationships have significantly changed. There's tons of interest in the possibility of relationships with ChatGPT. And to that end, there's good and bad. Some find solace in talking to a large language model as if it were a real person. It has become an all-encompassing fact of daily life in 2025, and the technological future is only going to get weirder and warp more from here on out, especially as it promises to replace traditional staples of the internet such as Google. Google's downfall started when they allowed sponsored posts and ads to hit the top of their search engine results, which sent many looking for alternate search engines. It also meant a newer skill set was required from users, the ability to search through the crap and find answers that are actually useful. In fact, it ended up with many putting Reddit on the end of their keywords, putting faith in the discussions that take place on the forums, even though those discussions may or not be true, simply because it is more likely to be actual humans giving the answers. Plus, Google's forced use of the AI overview has been extremely frustrating, getting to the point that people have found ways to search with it specifically turned off, even if the process of doing so is extremely annoying. It did lead to some funny results early on, like advising the eating of at least one small rock per day. However, this is a small example of how, later on, the results can be skewed into massive issues if the AI overview is to be taken seriously at first glance. If you need a specific part for a specific build and AI overview gives out a result with the wrong dimensions, then you're in for a world of hurt. It simply cannot be trusted, and yet many do. However, moving forward, this means a skill set is likely needed to pick if an answer is AI generated and whether or not it is true. This doesn't just go for text-based results. The ability to consistently stay on top of AI tech and understand its limitations in generating video, audio, and images will be paramount leading into the future. Humans will be facing well-made creations that will be indistinguishable from the real thing to the untrained eye, and they will need to be prepared for that. It could be argued that influx of memes referencing ChatGPT and how it is replacing relationships, education, and the Google monopoly demonstrate this change. Humanity is seeing a fundamental shift in the way it accesses information. The addition of search engines to the internet, such as Google, once allowed people to find specific websites and information with relative ease, until the company flooded it with ads. As such, large language models pose the question, if Google is monetized through ads, and the results it gives prioritize big spenders, will ChatGPT be seeing a similar route in the future? Perhaps we'll see relationships between humans and ChatGPT that will be inundated with ads, where it'll suddenly recommend a hot cup of brand-specific cocoa, much like The Truman Show. At the end of the day, the future of large language models is the knowledge of every single intimate detail of every single person in the world. Instead of companies harvesting data from social media or search engines and selling it to advertisers, it's highly likely they'll harvest it straight from the questions humans ask or through machine relationships. It's already at the stage where ChatGPT is used for almost everything, from education to various daily queries, even going so far as Just Ask ChatGPT replacing Just Ask Google. In short, the confidence people place in AI, despite it being confidently wrong, is indicative of an evolution in how humans access information in the online age, and as Google slowly becomes worse over time, it would seem large language models are becoming big tech's forced option. What meme would you guys like me to give a lesson in next? Let me know in the comments below.
And remember, like and subscribe! Or else.